What's going on, everybody? I'm Selma Kim, America's face of dating, and today we're going to be talking about she's pulling away. And so, what to do when she's pulling away, why girls pull away, and we have a really great email here. It's actually a DM we got from a viewer, and he's been watching my content. I believe he sent in multiple emails before, and he got this girlfriend by watching my advice. And he said he was thinking about marrying her, but she actually kicked him out. And he doesn't really know what to do about that and why it happened even. And he's making a lot of mistakes that you're going to find out as I go through just what he says here. And honestly, most guys are making these mistakes and they're really struggling with this stuff, and it's really affecting their confidence and it's affecting their ability to communicate with women effectively, and ultimately just the ultimate goal of what my program is and why I do this is to help guys actually have that high quality relationship. That's kind of like our North Star, you could say. It's what we aim for, is just making sure you guys can get not only with a high quality woman, but also be able to have a high quality relationship just throughout your entire life. So you don't have to deal with the toxic parts of love and all the bullshit that happens when when you are with the wrong woman. And so let's run through this email and let's just start here. He goes, "I've been down bad, man." That's a way to start, right? I've been burying myself in work and healing from my past, bro. Apparently in his past, it's just he hasn't had the best luck of relationships, and that's how he actually found my work. But he said, my girlfriend wants us to have space and time to heal properly because she isn't emotionally safe right now. She isn't emotionally safe right now for us to continue at the moment. When a girl says that she needs space and like why she's pulling away is because really just one of two reasons. The first reason is because when you're dating a girl and she's like, I need space, sometimes it's because she's talking to another guy and she wants to go explore options with that other guy. It's almost like the grass is greener phenomenon. You're not doing it for her. So she's like, I need space. And then she goes off and she's like, it gives her basically a leverage point or a segue to start dating this other guy, which I don't think is the case here. In fact, I know it's not if I was a betting man. But the other reason too is that she's just fallen out of love, and you're not doing the things for her that really made her fall in love with you. And so when she says that she needs space is because, like I said, you're not doing the things that made her fall in love. And so she's fallen out of love with you, which is the bad news, but don't freak out yet because we have the solution for that. But she's fallen out of love with you just by the way that you're acting. And it's probably because you're not being mysterious anymore. You're not being that direct and bold man that she fell in love with, because of Hollywood advice tells you gotta buy her flowers and give her compliments and do all this shit that a man just doesn't do. And when you do these things, it just doesn't work. Or she goes and sleeps with your best friend or something like that. Instead, women really want a masculine man. And it sounds like he was that at the beginning because that's what I teach. And then he kind of let it taper off because he probably let Hollywood advice and all this other BS get into his brain and brainwash him to start doing all these things that he shouldn't be doing for this girl. And there's a fear here, and we're going to get to that. But he goes, I suppress a lot of my emotions and never open up, man. It happens in cycles where I hold so much in and explode on her. She wants me to get the help I need, but I'm stuck, dude. I remember like a lot of my past relationships, I used to do the same thing. I used to basically just bottle up all these emotions and all this trauma that I was dealing with, ever since I was a young kid. And it would cause me to really just explode on the chick and just lash out on my girlfriends at the time. And like, it was always like, I write about like these confidence issues in my book here, right? And one of the stories that actually like sticks out to a lot of people is how I remember back in high school, this really affected my confidence. Like this really shattered my confidence, I guess you could say. It just kind of just solidified the fact that I had a confidence problem. I worked 4 years. I worked my fucking ass off to be a varsity starter on the football team. And I get to finally my senior year and I'm about to take that starting spot. And then the coaches recruit two other guys to take that spot from me and to basically fill that spot for me. And then they moved me back to scout team. I was literally the only senior we had out of 150 guys on the football team that had to go back to scout team, like literally with like sophomores and freshmen. It was embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. And I was like, and when I went up to my coaches, I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why can't I get any playing time like at all? Like I worked my ass off. I earned this. And they're just like, I'm sorry, dude. It's not going to happen. Sorry. So I literally just didn't have a choice. I just had to play scout team and just be a dummy my last year on the football team. And that just destroyed my confidence. And it also didn't help too, because like, you know, when I wrote about this in my book as well, but one of my past girlfriends, she ended up cheating on me. She was hot as fuck. And she ended up sleeping with my best friend. And it made me believe that I wasn't good enough. And that's where I'm really getting to the point here with this guy, because he's lashing out because he fears something. Behind anger is always fear. Okay? Like look at like Darth Vader. Not trying to nerd out here, but look at Darth Vader in Star Wars. He literally became Darth Vader because of his fear that he was going to lose his wife, because he lost his mother. And he had these visions that he was losing him. And so out of fear, made him act this way, that made him do all these lash out in stupid ways and make all these emotional impulse decisions that a man should really think about and really be like, is this a smart idea or not? But it made him emotionally just, you know, get this outrage and just impulsively act. And that's exactly what the reader in the commenter is doing right now in this email. But people, there's been studies around this, but people have two primary fears. And the two primary fears of life are this. You either fear that you won't be loved and you won't be able to have a loving, healthy relationship and that you won't be accepted by anybody, or you have a fear that you're not good enough. Or it's a combination of both. It's a little bit of a hybrid. And mine was a little bit of a hybrid because, like I said, the football thing and the varsity starting thing, that shattered my confidence, and it really made me fear that I wasn't really good enough, right? And especially when my ex-girlfriend cheated on me as well with my best friend, made me feel like I wasn't good enough, even though that was just the farthest thing from the truth. She was just toxic. Or B, like I said, I was fearful that I wasn't going to have a loving, healthy relationship, because when I was growing up, after my parents' divorce, I was kind of outcasted by the community, and it put me in this really desperate state of fearing that I'm never going to really have anybody to be with, because I was sitting at, you know, lunch tables alone. If you've read my story and read my book, like you know about this. But it put me in this really fearful, desperate state that really made me to do all these impulsively stupid decisions for women and act in ways that was just not normally me to just get the woman, when it just wasn't really good for the relationship or really just good for my confidence or really anything. But he then says, I plan on marrying her, and we've been dating for almost 2 years. She said that she loves me and cares about me. She hasn't removed me from any socials or given back keys to either of our places, man. I feel like I'm pushing her away because I don't open up, man. What should I do? Thank you for your guidance, Selna. So, dude, I mean, first off, man, like, dude, I would never marry a chick when you're in this current state of mind, dude. It's just, like I said, it's another desperate decision that you're making. You're acting impulsively on stuff that you should really be thinking about here. Like, in my relationship, I love my girlfriend. Me and her just, we're doing amazing things, and we're really achieving our goals and everything, but we haven't even talked about marriage or any of that stuff. And it's because we're so focused on this current chapter of my life is so focused on my business, helping my clients, helping you guys, you know, really taking my program to the next level and really getting the results that I want to see guys getting, that we're doing amazing with. We got like over 60 guys in the program right now, trying to get to 100 this year. It's gonna be awesome. But, you know, I can't ever like really marry somebody when I'm so focused on this. It would just be just kind of just stupid to do. Right? It's just like, I want to focus on one thing at a time, and that's exactly what you should be doing as a reader. Focus on your mission first, dominate that, like get rich as fuck first, get rich as fuck, then get married and have a family and all that shit. Like, it's just going to add something to your plate that you don't need, that's going to really just not be necessary right now. It's, like I said, it's another emotionally impulsive decision that's just stupid in my opinion. So, you know, and even that, like, you shouldn't really even get married anyway until you've really battled and handled all those internal beliefs and conflicts that you're holding up and letting build up. Because you're just going to get married to this chick and nothing's going to change. These are going to come out even after you get married to her. So you have to fix these now before the marriage, or else you're going to be ending up in a divorce and right back where you started here. And so there's a couple things that I wrote down here that, it sounds like you're sacrificing too much to please this girl. You're acting like a man, but you're acting like a man, but you're not doing it to like really win her. And what I mean by that is that you're not being masculine and going after what you want, right? It sounds like the reason why you have this held up and building up like tension and emotions is because part of you wants to do something, and then the other part of you thinks something is right to please her. And so this is conflicting inside of you, and it's building up. And instead, you have to really just do what you know is right and what you feel in your gut is right in the moment, because you're the man. The woman's going to follow your lead in the relationship. And so you have to do always what you believe is right, not what family and parents and friends and all this other dumb shit tells you to do. You as the man have to make your own decisions and follow what you believe is right. There's another thing here. You might not be happy with your current career, right? When I wasn't happy with my career, I tended to lash out more as well. How you do anything is how you do everything. And this is my final point that I want to make with you, is that, like I said, how you do anything is how you do everything. So the fact that you're letting this build up and then doing all these emotionally impulsive like outrages, where's that happening, in other areas of your life? Is it happening with your career? Did you make this career, the current career that you're in, did you make an impulsively stupid decision? To think that this is right, and then you just went after it and did it, and now it wasn't good. This is something you need to think about, right? Where is this habit coming out in other areas of your life? Because I guarantee you this is happening in other areas, and the issue is most likely you, dude. You have to fix those internal beliefs and those internal conflicts, and you have to fix that confidence issue, man, to really get to the root of this problem. But really sit on that and really think about that. Like I said, how you do anything is how you do everything. So where is this habit coming out in other areas of your life where you're not following what your gut is telling you to do, and it's just building up slowly over time and then exploding? Why aren't you doing what you want to do? Why aren't you following your gut? Why are you listening to everybody else tell you what to do? So it's something to think about. Now, I'm Son of Kim, like I said, America's face of dating, and if you need my help, you can reach out to me on Instagram and just ask me a question, or just, tell me what's up, or just talk to me. That's totally cool too. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, comment below what you guys want to hear more about, and I will see you in the next video.